to surely. Article on the Bagman. The world record breaker, the Bagman. The kind of story that make magazines get subscribers, haha. Especially when they are real, among the many bullshit they publish. Somehow, I am like Donald Trump, the disruptor character, hard driver, pissing on the fake news haters, and the weak men. Making happy hardcore ass Dogman. The Bagman. World record breaker 4.5 months. 1. Seen in Europe by some 20 quality Dogman. He won in an impressive way, winning a tug-of-war contest, over son of Grand Champion Virus in 22 minutes. Taking that long transoceanic trip, making weight like a surgeon to the gram. He left the competition clean as it gets. The referee was a very well-respected worldwide man, BMW's Eddie Vasquez. During his conditioning, a good friend from Mexico called me for a show and I said, well, that is 2 months from now. Not only I got the meanest keep on the galaxy, yet this one amazing dog has the ability I am not sure even Balio ever had. The durability that only a few can say they have. His genetics from his mother brutal baby and her style. Since a pup, he was able to destroy wild hogs and farm hogs in Brazil and come out clean. My genetic pool, hard. Tough dogs. Well, the man in Europe had a complete 2-month contract and, the one in Mexico also was getting his contract, with a 2 months notice. It was a gamble, going on 2 forfeits at once not having even a replacement for him. Yet, he was the Bagman. My genetics had done it before, Copper Day, Ciega the Great as well, super fast back-to-back. Winning their tug-of-wars, and hog hunts. Finishing super clean. A sample is Copper Day going from the jungle to Ukraine during the unrest times, there were tanks on the streets, the army, and a lot of stress. Yet Copper Day got there. Drove 11 hours and won a tug-of-war over champion Xena who came in overweight. On the next day, she was running the treadmill full blast untouched, after 110 tug-of-war event, this is called awesome genetics. Where I develop a bloodline that has special skills and many other things. What a Dogman. During this show we visit a few countries back to back. 2. Well, why not, let put up the forfeit on those tug-of-war trails in Mexico. We got Steel City Kennels champion Bishop to go as well. So there was a lot of work to do. I had also Copper Day hooked, and Ciega the Great. I do my own work so it was busy. Those who lived with me such as Mile from Serbia who stood with me for close to a year, can say all my dogs are this great, my work ethics are this great, we are real. So we take the long trip to the Mexico City where the altitude is so high. When the MMA fighters went to compete to Mexico City, Fabricio Verdum went for a few months ahead to acclimatize to the hard altitude difference. His opponent Cain Velasquez did not respect that disadvantage and felt short of breath from the lockers to the ring, and lost easily. The Bagman with little rest was going, and the Bishop dog, who was said by the owner quote, I never seen him in a better shape in my life, and by a magical way you got him 2 pounds under what we can do, unquote. This was the last time I would see Mr. Ronaldo. Cardenas. Rest in peace. 10 cards, 20 dogs competing on a tug-of-war contest, over 150 people there. Both of my conditioned dogs were in top shape, people were in shock to see my monsters in top shape. The opponent was speaking a few hard words, on how easily he would win over the red dog. He had a powerful hard-mouthed dog that can do some serious pulling in tug-of-war. Well, he lasted 14 minutes. The Bagman made a mess real quick. He was awarded best in show on those 10 cards. The next day a dog got loose and run into the Bagman, and the Bagman almost cleaned him. The Bagman was still clean. Special genetics by yours truly. The man in the middle, one that is as respected as the best in Mexico, Mr. Magana. 3 during this resting and working 4 hours a day to get to Mexico, one of Brazil's best and most quiet men, no forum bitch, yet the one that wins and hardly loses, called me. This man was special as he had brought his best twice into me. Once he had a bad weight puller and tug-of-war vampirinho from the T-bone polio dogs from Brazil, yet he ran into a mean tug-of-war dog champion Macho Jr. Demolisher on his first show. We won best in show males on this day. From the hands of Mr. Acart. Not many can say he was the man in the middle for them. The second time this crew run on us, was with Blacker Dog, yet he run into another of my greats, global champion mechanic Buck best in show. In fact not me, but during this tug-of-war show the public and critics named him quote, a Fasadua Kaguaro, unquote. Meaning, the butcher knife, as he was pulling hard. On his side of the tug, he was destroying the high-quality hide. Well, this crew has a hard-on for us. They lost twice into top-quality animals. So they found the number to surely take us down. The talk of town, the best in show winner of the south of Brazil 1XW Marcola, they said he was the beast. He was everything and all in excess. A Mayday X Blacker Dog. Well, during our 4 hours work a day to get to Mexico, no other than Brazil's top dogman Mr. Bruno Chavez contacted me with the Challengers Challenge. I still had to go win in Mexico, had 2 months, and come back to meet these top dogmen and their beast. Well, I had my keep on my side and, the Bagman. I said only if he put up the forfeit. Brazil is a country that I found never put down a forfeit. I knew I was on my way to break a record, set the standard, where many will try to get to and will fail trying if so. I was on the brink of doing 3 countries, 1 bis, 3 contracts, each with 2 months to go and doing so in 4.5 months between the first tug-of-war and the last tug-of-war, a legit breaking record, so since I do it all by the book. I said only if he puts down a forfeit that I can see the fiscal check with his name made. To you Mr. Bruno Chavez. Indeed it was there, my books will show this. Well, trying to get to Mexico, and trying to win in the jungle. So we cleaned that tug-of-war in Mexico in only 14 minutes. Yet on the day that made 10 weeks, the Bagman looked dull, and tired. I was told to pay up the forfeit. I said no, he will find a way to win. This was his longest tug-of-war. He went 150 into the best black male I ever seen. The blacker blood is a poison and cursed with never making grand champion, yet make freaks that win quick and later quit, hard mouth curs. Yet that heavy Mayday had made a top dog here, honor to Marcola and his owner. The man in the middle with the breaking stick said quote, folks, this may be one of the best tug-of-wars ever in the jungle, below Ciega the Great and Dentista, but up there, one among thousands, unquote. The Bagman won as always, clean, clean, clean. What an amazing animal, passing all the unimaginable expectations of the lower level doggers, the miserable doggers that during a lifetime of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the breed, never can imagine this can be done, not by a dogman or a dog. It takes huge balls, craziness, money, and the genetics created by the young man that started in the Bronx, New York City, and went to Texas and traveled to Brazil to build his own bloodline. What a tug-of-war dog. All forfeits down, all 3 top men in the middle, all 2 months to condition. Not the first record broken, yet one that the owners of Bagman's dogs can be proud to read about. Tug-of-war at top level is not for forum diggers, or delusional cyberdoggers, or for washed out old crybaby old timers, or guys that in their best days, were just mediocre, yet a feast to be appreciated by real dogmen, who love real dogs. There are levels, anyone that says differently is a moron, or is someone with lower level, that the higher levels make them look bad. Good dogs are where you find them, or great dogs are where you create them. The Bagman never participated in any illegal events, as some assholes may like to make sound like or imagine in their dirty minds. He is just a great weight puller, kind-loving animal. He loves to tug-of-war, but after his last tug-of-war, he was mad and broke his teeth biting on the concrete walls. Enjoy the story and share it with your favorite friend or hater. The Bagman, modern dog, who would be a candidate for the best in the world. Richard Stratton. Many were called, yet few are chosen.